them's my legs. My legs are amazing. That actually kind of hurts. Hey, what's up, Internet? So, as a lot of you probably know, today is May 4th, which means it's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I'm probably angering a lot of people on the internet because I'm wearing a Star Trek shirt instead of a Star Wars shirt. There's a reason behind my madness. There always is. There's method to my madness and madness to my method. That's my motto, or one of them. I left my drink over here. Hold on. So, appropriately, I figured that for this month's monthly Chronicle, I would talk about Star Wars, since it's May the 4th and all that. My particular this wall moved. My particular subject today is Star Wars 7. As I hold up 5 fingers, it's 7. But, what are my thoughts about this, you might ask? I'm going to tell you my thoughts about this, because that's what this whole video is about. I'm not entirely sure if I'm anticipating it as much, because really, I don't really think there needs to... Stop moving, wall! I really don't think there needs to be a 7th Star Wars film. I mean, things got wrapped up pretty well in Return of the Jedi. If you look at Star Wars as a whole, you know that episodes 1 through 3 were about Anakin Skywalker, and episodes 4 through 6 were about Luke Skywalker, and as a whole entire picture, it's really about Anakin Skywalker becoming Darth Vader and destroying the Sith. The Sith have been destroyed, the Empire's been taken down, the wall is still moving, and I really don't see what really needs to happen beyond that point. So, I mean, I know there's a whole lot of things like Luke's kids and Han and Leia's kids, and Chewbacca had a family at one point, I think, in some alternate universe. I never really got into the whole expanded universe for Star Wars, but does it really need to happen is my big question. Does it really need to happen? Most of the movies coming out this year and into the future years are scheduled to be just like sequels and remakes and stuff like that. I mean, you got another Star Trek movie coming out this month, which, yes, I am looking forward to. You got another Hobbit movie and then another Hobbit movie. You've got 3 more Hunger Games movies because the third one is being split into 2 movies for whatever dang reason. Harry Potter created a trend, and I do not agree with that trend. Harry Potter was justified, in my opinion, in making it the last book into 2 movies, but The Hobbit is not. But I don't think The Hobbit is justified into making 3 movies, and I do not think The Hunger Games is justified in making it into 2 movies. Anyway, where was I? Sequels and remakes. Just wait. Stop moving. Way too many sequels and remakes. Way too many sequels and remakes. And apart from that, I just really don't get why. I'm just going to go to the next topic, or next bit of topic. So, what do I know about this new Star Wars movie? That's what I'm going to analyze right now. We know it's the 7th one. We know it can't deal with a number of characters who were important to Star Wars, such as Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan and Yoda. I mean, it's possible you can bring all of them back, but if they bring Hayden Christensen back, I am going to be so disappointed because he was not that good. And I guess they could also bring Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan, but then would they have to go back another time into Return of the Jedi and replace Alec Guinness as a spirit with Ewan McGregor? That just seems incredibly wrong. I mean, it was wrong when they replaced whatever his name was with Hayden Christensen there as spirit of Anakin. And while you're at it, why don't you just replace Puppet Yoda with CG Yoda? I mean, where does it end? And this new one, if they have to bring the spirit of Obi-Wan, it's going to have to be Ewan McGregor, which I guess I was not disappointed with Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I actually think he did a good job as young Obi-Wan. But Anakin I had lots of problems with, and really, who could be main characters of these new ones, too, is another thing. I mean, the only characters you could really bring on to be full-time characters are probably going to be 3PO and R2. And then Chewie maybe, but I've also heard that Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher, and even Billy D. Williams are interested in returning for this movie. Mark Hamill's going to have to lose a few pounds, and they're all going to be considerably older. I mean, Harrison Ford, I could see Harrison Ford still being Han Solo because, you know, he did the fourth Indiana Jones movie, which I actually liked. I know a lot of people hated Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but I didn't think it was as bad, so sue me. I'm probably ticking off a lot more people on the internet right now for saying I like that movie. But what else do I know about this Star Wars movie? Well, I know that J.J. Abrams is directing it, and that's one of the reasons I'm wearing this Star Trek shirt. Get my head out of my shirt. The Star Trek shirt because, of course, he directed the new Star Trek movies, including the 2009 and this one coming out this month, Into Darkness, which I'm excited for, more so than Star Wars. I actually learned a bit about J.J. Abrams. Truth be told, I've only seen Star Trek and Super 8 and one episode of The Office that he directed, which was the cocktail party, I think, in season 3. I'm pretty sure that was the one he directed. That might have been Joss Whedon, now that I think of it. But as a director, I have a decent amount of respect for J.J. Abrams because watching some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, he's one of those directors who tries to do as much as he can practically, and then he doesn't rely as heavily on CGI, which is, I think, something incredibly failing in movie industry nowadays, and I think was really needed to make any new Star Wars movies even have a chance of making it. I think you need to go practical because episodes 1, 2, and 3, especially episodes 2 and 3, were like 98% CGI, and the only things real were basically the actors. So, yeah, that's that. I also heard a rumor that John Williams, who did the music for the original Star Wars films, is still interested in returning to do the music for the Star Wars films. Now, if they don't get John Williams to do the music, then I will have lost nearly all faith in new Star Wars films. He's old. If John Williams dies in the meantime, then I'll be disappointed, but I won't hold it against the movie makers because there's really nothing you can do. What else do I know? I think that's actually about it. I've ranted for a while about this. I'll probably cut it down in the video because I don't want it to be as long. With that, I'll leave you with a film fun fact, and I just tried to look for my phone. I'm actually filming this with my phone because the audio quality is better than on my camera. So, film fun fact. Let's go with Star Trek. I'm going to go with Wrath of Khan, which was the second Star Trek movie that was made in the original series of Star Trek movies in the late 70s, late 70s through the 80s into the 90s. Wrath of Khan, that was probably the best one of the movies, and originally they were anticipating that movie to be a complete failure because of the lack of success in Star Trek the Motion Picture directly before that one, which is one of the reasons why, spoiler alert, they killed Spock off at the end. Firstly, because they didn't anticipate it to be a success, so they felt like this would be a good way to end Star Trek with Spock dying. And also because Leonard Nimoy, who plays Spock, didn't want to return as Spock, so they offered him this death scene. So it was like, this is you finishing up the character. Of course, that never happened. Leonard Nimoy went to appear in practically every other sequel until they started using like Next Generation cast in the movies. And then he also appeared in the 2009 Star Trek movie, so yeah. Yeah, goodbye.